beautiful, sexy light beings. We're gonna go outside, don't worry. I love my walks. Of course, it's dark because it's been hot, but we're gonna walk Marley. We're gonna go outside. But first, I wanted just to start off the video with the point of the video. I don't know, man. I got a download. I needed to just get it out of my chest, right? And that's timeline shifting. Like how every choice creates a different version of you that already exists, but it's like every choice you're making is aligning with that version of you that already exists within the quantum field of infinite potentials and possibilities. So it's like, imagine waking up tomorrow morning, there's two paths waiting. In one, you hit snooze, you abandon the project, you just keep sleeping, you avoid the conversation, you repeat the same shit that you did yesterday, repeat the same fucking thoughts and emotions and patterns that you did 3 days ago. You get up and you create. And but then in one, that one day you decide, fuck it, you know what? I'm gonna do different. I'm not gonna snooze. You get up, you create, you take that opportunity, you finally make the decisions that you've been avoiding and procrastinating. One morning, two different choices, two different outcomes. Now imagine following each path for 5 years. Would both versions of you arrive at the same destination? Probably not, right? Because it's like, you gotta understand, one decision creates another, one habit strengthens another, one relationship introduces you to another person, one door closes, another door opens. One opportunity leads you somewhere you couldn't even possibly predict, beyond of which the ego could even imagine. And eventually the paths become completely different lives, different realities that are coexisting within the now, because it all exists. This is where the metaphysical idea of timeline shifting becomes fascinating, because it's like, and then there's the spiritual teachings that describe countless possibilities, realities existing simultaneously, which is obviously what I'm talking about. Different earths, different versions of you, different outcomes, different versions of everything, right? Everything's infinite. But one version made one decision, another chose differently. And according to some interpretations, consciousness may somehow navigate between these possibilities based on what you're doing, feeling, and thinking every day. But it's important to separate that from science. Well, like, science is literally proving the multiverse, you know what I mean? There is different dimensions and shit. But I'm not going based off science. I'm going based off of the deep inner knowing that your soul knows of how infinite we are, you know what I mean? I'm not going based off of, and we need more evidence, and science this, science that. Because in a way, that's just the ego wanting proof, tangible proof and evidence that something is real. But from my understanding, just because there isn't proof, physical proof for your ego to have validation that is true, doesn't mean that it isn't true. Sometimes there's just an inner knowing. You don't know how you know, but you know. It's truth. It's infinite truth. It's soul. Beyond of what the ego could comprehend. You know what I mean? Quantum mechanics contains interpretations involving multiple possible outcomes, including the famous many worlds interpretation. You've heard it before. But that does not establish that humans or thoughts or vibrations allow us to consciously jump between universes. That's where physics ends and metaphysics begins. But here's where the idea becomes useful, regardless of how literal you interpret it. Possible futures absolutely exists. Not necessarily as universes you can physically visit, but as outcomes your present choices can move you towards. So it's like, think about yourself in 10 years from now. There isn't only one possible version of you. There's a healthier version of you. There's one that's sick, one that's rich, one that's poor. And there's a creative version of you, a fearful version of you, a peaceful version of you, a version of you who followed that dream, a version of you who kept waiting and didn't follow the dream. But which one becomes real? Which one do you want to experience? That depends on your circumstances of what you're doing. It's like, and what you are repeatedly choosing to do and act on. All this connects to these previous episodes, I guess you could say, that I've been making. Your subconscious influences your choices. Your dominant state of vibration influences your perception and your choices. Your self-concept influences what you believe you're capable of. And all those things influence your direction. So metaphorically, your frequency affects your timeline. Not because, sadness teleports you into another fucking dimension, but because you repeated internal state changes that based on the decisions that you make. So it's like what you're repeatedly doing, obviously you're gonna get that outcome. And decisions compound. That's why small choices can become enormous timeline shifts. Maybe you upload one video, someone discovers you. That introduces you to someone else. For example, I uploaded the video, it introduced me to my current girlfriend. Much love, babe. That creates an opportunity. 5 years later, your entire life traces back to that one moment where you almost didn't even upload. Like for me, I could have never uploaded or started these videos. How would I never met my girlfriend? Literally, perfect example. That's a timeline shift. Maybe you leave a destructive environment, start exercising, learn a skill, meet yourself at a deeper level, forgive someone, create something, say yes, say no, set boundaries, don't set boundaries. Each decision changes what becomes possible in the next. The ego waits for a portal, whereas awareness recognizes the crossroads. And this is where manifestation becomes practical, because instead of only visualizing your desired reality, you gotta ask yourself, what exists in that reality? How does that version of you behave, feel, and act? Well, and do whatever, behave. What do they practice? What do they no longer tolerate? What would they do in the now? And then do one thing that that version of you would do. So it's like you're creating evidence for a new identity. And then identity begins creating different choices. And different choices create different outcomes. And different outcomes create a different reality. Maybe that's the deepest way to understand timeline shifting, quantum jumping. So you don't sit around waiting for reality to change frequencies. You do. You participate, you choose, you move, you become. Because whether infinite parallel versions of you literally exist, which they do, remains up to you whether or not you want to even do something different. Because one thing is happening right now. There are multiple possibilities ahead of you, because all it is now. And in this moment is one of the places where those timelines begin to separate. So look at the crossroads, look at your options and ask, which version of me am I choosing to become? Am I going to sit here and do the same shit that I've been doing that doesn't serve? Or am I going to choose differently because I know that I'm capable of doing more? If I were you, I would do that one. Choose better because you love yourself that much to choose differently. I just had to get that out, man. I want to take a walk. I'll keep talking because I like vlogging. But Marley! Where the fuck did he go? Marley! Motherfucker. Alright then, Jake it is. We're gonna walk Jake. Anywho. Yeah, Jakey, you know it's your time to walk. You don't walk, you lazy motherfucker. I'm gonna put the leash on. Here, I'll let you watch. Fuck it. Alright. Come on, buddy. Don't be lazy. Trying to get some exercise. Get up. Come on. Come on. Get up, buddy. This motherfucker's gonna be lazy, huh? Come on, Budster. Yeah. Don't mind my awkward positioning. Come on. Get up. Stop shaking. Get up. Let's go for a walk. He's even in a pool. He gets up. Come on. Stop shaking. Get up. Come on. Come on. Marley. Jake, come on. Jake, come on. You lazy ass motherfucker. Alright. Think about it. Looks like he doesn't want to walk. I tried. Fine, suit yourself. I'm gonna walk myself. Just choose differently, man. It ain't that hard. It's literally in front of your face. For example, I could have not made my video today. I did. I was visiting my girlfriend for a month. I could have chose to stay there another month, which I wanted to, but I didn't because I have bills to pay. I will lose my car if I don't work. I will lose my phone service if I don't work. So I chose a timeline that would set me up for more of a success. That'll ultimately lead to the timeline where I don't have to go back and forth. Because right now, it's just a long story. I'm not even gonna get into that. But ultimately, it smells like a fire, man. It's been hot. It's been hot as fuck. So now it smells like a fire because it's freaking been hot. I sound like a broken record sometimes, but I don't even care. It really is just raising your awareness so that you can let go of these things that are holding you back. Whether that's the foods that you're eating, the people that you're around, the thoughts that you're thinking, the beliefs that you have of yourself and of reality, whatever it is, drop it, change it, and shift with it. And you're gonna notice a complete shift in the way that you feel and the way that you're experiencing your reality. It's a win-win, man. Once you really just change your awareness, change your beliefs of yourself and of reality, it only gets better from here, you know? It's just up to you with how bad you want this shit. How bad do you want to see this change in your life? Because if you really want it, you're gonna do it. No one's gonna stop. Like, there can be so much external noise, outside noise, people telling you what they think you should do. No, don't do that, do that. Don't do that, get a normal job, blah, 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 right? But at the end of the day, as long as you want it, even regardless of the external circumstances and the external noise and people telling you to do otherwise, regardless of that, you're gonna do it, you're gonna get it done because you want it so much. The most successful people are where they're at because they didn't care. They just kept going. They listened to their inner voice, their heart. So that's what we gotta do. We gotta listen to our inner voice, our heart. Okay? Because we love ourselves enough to just keep going. Sometimes all you need to do is take a nice walk outside and get your mind right so that you can do what you know you should do. Making videos, this is an example for me because I make videos. Whatever, you know. It's hard to do what you want to do if you're in a headspace where you're not able to be fully present and, I guess, peaceful, right? Like, I get it, you know, life's hard sometimes. We go through shit. But sometimes all you need to do is take a walk outside, get some fresh air, so you can clear your mind and bring your awareness to the present moment so that you can properly create the reality that you know you're capable of creating. Sometimes all we gotta do is bring ourselves to this moment. That's it. Whether that's taking a walk, doing something that you love that returns your awareness to the now, talking to a friend, talking to yourself, you know what you gotta do. Just do it. Because it's much easier to create from the headspace of being in the moment rather than thinking so much of the past and the future. You know what I mean? Much easier. Because then from that headspace of being in the now, like, thoughts may come up of, oh, what if I fail? Or what if I'm not worthy enough? Like, I get it, you're not perfect. No one's perfect, we're human, right? We're having a human experience. But at least in the headspace of being in the present moment and you got your head clear, even when those thoughts do arrive of doubt and self-doubt, you know, just ego shit, you'll be more like, oh no, fuck that, right? Because you're so present and aware, you're gonna be like, oh no, fuck those thoughts, I'm not those thoughts. You observe it, but you don't identify with it and you don't allow it to control you. So you detach and you just keep on keeping on. So yeah, you got this, guys. Much love. And as always, namaste, lady. I'll see you tomorrow.
'Cause all I know is you.